Welcome to the Spotlight. I'm your host, Zainab Oyeni, and I have with me...
I'm Shegun.
Good morning, Shegun.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
It's a beautiful new week. I'm so excited. I don't know, I feel so energetic this week. How's your weekend?
It was fine. How about yours?
It was fine. I didn't even do anything. I don't know. I just found the energy this Monday.
Restful weekend for you then.
Restful weekend, indeed. Okay, now straight to the stories on the Spotlight. The Osun State Commissioner for Environment and Sanitation, Mayowa Adejori, has been released on bail after being arrested in connection with a shooting at an APC rally in Ilesha, Osun State. Adejori was taken into police custody on Saturday and granted bail on Sunday, following the incident, which reportedly left 3 people injured. The police said he was arrested alongside an Amotekun operative with a firearm after officers responding to the shooting intercepted their vehicle. While expended cartridges were also recovered from the scene. The arrest has since triggered competing accusations among political parties in the state. The Mole Campaign Council, which supports Governor Ademola Adeleke, condemned the arrest and described it as politically motivated. The APC, however, accused the members of the opposition of involvement in the violence, an allegation that has been denied. Shegun, what do you think about this?
I think the Osun State now, the crisis in the Osun State election now is getting more worrisome and is getting like a concern for the people. Remember, a lot of people have been killed, people have been injured, and this last one that occurred that led to the arrest of the commissioner, a 14-year-old boy that was in his mother's shop was injured. So we don't even know the situation of the boy now. If he had died, I think that would be the end. So no ambition of anybody is worth the blood of any Nigerian.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. Why the government is also saying, oh, the APC, he accused the APC of running several attacks, they are arresting his member, the attack. No, it shouldn't be like that. Whenever we have an election, it should not be turned to violence. What we are doing is just to elect people. These people elect them into office, but it should not be the border of crisis and not be about attacks. Because we've seen people being shot, injured, and killed. So it shouldn't be an election should not turn to violence. And the IGP now has promised, oh, they are going to do that. I promise security. But are the voters now, are they even assured to elect people? Are they even sure of what they are going to face on that day? Look at what has been happening even before the election or something. This has been going on. During the election, do you know what might come up?
Exactly.
We don't know. So I think it's a call on the governor and also the opposition party to at least act. If they sign a condom, they sign the agreement that it's going to be the further violence. But what we've seen, there's no assurance, except the security agency that are now promising, they are going to do that. But they look at the commissioner, whereby he was arrested, and the Amotekun officer was also arrested. He has been detained. He has not been released. So it's not a call on them. They should not turn any election to violence, not people being shot or people being killed. So
yes.
it doesn't worth it.
Yes, exactly. What the part that I would like to focus on, even though you had mentioned that a 14-year-old boy was shot, was a stray bullet met him. Yeah. He was injured. But I would also like to say that this should not be about a political game.
Yeah.
It is not a political game. We cannot use the lives of people to play politics. Like people always say. So what happened in Osun State it's a shame. I mean, and we see that a commissioner was arrested that was found around the area of the incident. And then there's an Amotekun operative in the car with him that had a firearm. These things look very, very much linking. And if you do not think, or if the police officers do not think that this Amotekun operative is one way or the other linked to the shooting, I believe he must have been released. So because he's in custody, then I believe something else is going on.
What is even more of concern is what was the commissioner doing around the IPC?
What was exactly?
Because that was not his party.
Yes.
So if the council is now claiming they are arresting their members, what was they doing around the party? And this is not the first time a commissioner in the state will be arrested.
Exactly. So it is not a political mind game. This is something that we should look into, get to the bottom of it. Why was the commissioner at the incident? Why has he been released already? What did he say? Where was he going? And why is the Amotekun operative still in custody if truly the commissioner doesn't know anything about it and it is not an opposition kind of attack?
I think it's left to the police now. They are carrying out an investigation. I think, but it's a call on them to make sure the investigation is thorough and is not biased. So they should do the normal thing.
Okay, great. Still in Osun State, but as well Edo State, a viral video from Edo State has put Governor Monday Okpebholo's attention on the condition of some roads in the state. In the video, a resident questions the governor over the state of the roads, asking him to return to Edo and address the situation after his recent criticisms of Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke. Okpebholo attended an APC campaign rally in Osun where he criticized Adeleke's administration and mocked him over his dancing and alleged absence from official meetings. The Edo resident, in response, pointed to the condition of roads in the state and questioned the governor's performance. The video has since generated reactions online, with the exchange becoming part of the wider political conversation ahead of the Osun governorship election. Let's take a look at the video.
Yeah, everywhere. As I talk to now, so all the whole streets where they this area now, most of the truck now they follow now. Some don't even seek for inside there. Area boys they collect money for their hand now. As I talk to now, so see, going and coming, going and coming, going and coming, going and coming. This is a governor where they call the make name for Osun State. Say Osun State not the Osun State not the work. He say if the man sign paper, I go the dance. Are you jealous of the progress? That is my question for you. You jealous of the man progress? Say the man, if he sign paper, I go dance. If you do this one, I go dance. If you do, why not go dance when the state is working? Your whole state is not working. That is why you cannot dance.
Okay, so I love this part. This is what they call political accountability. You go to another person's state because he is a member of an opposition party. You go there, mock him, criticize him, say even the things that are not even important. Because what has dancing got to do with how he runs his administration? If he's doing a good job, he's doing a good job. It doesn't matter what his hobbies are or what his skills are. Personally, so you go to another person's state and you criticize the governor. It is good. This is what we love to see from the people. Now, somebody is calling you out and saying you have bad roads here that you haven't fixed as well. You do not get to go to another state and call out another governor for not doing well enough when you are also not fixing your own, because the Yoruba will say "Ile Latin Kesharode." This is a perfect example from it. You do your own. What's the English of Ile Latin Kesharode? Can you help?
I think it's more or less like showing who lives in a glass house should not trust him.
Exactly. Yes.
So what you should look back at where you are coming from, and what is your own state is not is it even divided of what you are saying? No, it's like putting like what you are saying. Are you saying the people in your state are more like having enough for them not to say anything?
Yeah.
And you are now going to another state to criticize? What about your home? Settle, that's what you are saying. According to what you said earlier, settle your home first before you even go outside and condemn others.
Yes.
How about a state? As the state even be peaceful enough, we've seen series of kidnapping, series of attacks in Edo State.
Yes.
But was it not recently that a student of a part-time student was shot dead?
Yes.
So those are many of those things that we've seen in Edo State. And Edo State, we've seen bad roads. Several killings, several attacks, kidnapping here and there. As he even settled his home first before now going to another state. But another thing is just like, it's a call on them, the governors generally, they should do more. Not like going, not look for condemnation, not look for something bad about someone others to criticize them. No, it's not about criticism, but it's about doing the right thing. Make sure your people are well developed. Make sure your state is well developed for people to do more. Is it not the Edo State that people have been unemployed there? So several things that we've been seeing in Edo State is not even what someone that should go out and condemn others.
Exactly. It's a call on the governors, like Segun has said. Now, the long-running feud between P-Square brothers, Peter and Paul Okoye, and their elder brother Jude Okoye has taken another turn with fresh allegations, court proceedings, and the intervention of social media activist Very Darkman. Peter has accused Jude, who managed P-Square, of financial mismanagement, as Jude and North Side Music Limited currently faces a 7-count EFCC case involving alleged financial offenses of about 1.3 billion naira and $1 million. Jude has pleaded not guilty to the charges, while Paul has also challenged Peter's version of events. Very Darkman claims Peter personally briefed him on the allegations and showed him documents relating to the case. He says he subsequently contacted people mentioned in the allegations, including singer Fino, who, according to VDM, disputed Peter's account of his dealings with Jude. VDM then urged Nigerians to hear both sides before reaching conclusions. Here's what I have to say about this situation, because I've seen quite a number of videos from Peter.
Yeah.
And I also took my time to watch some videos from Jude as well. Of course, he totally avoided some allegations that felt like it was concrete.
Yeah.
But he also debunked some things with receipts as well. There were transactions where Jude and Paul splitted money, but it was because Peter had asked that his own be paid directly to his own account.
Yeah.
That was why they splitted. All of these things that he debunked, it felt like, okay, these are true. And that makes me also feel like Peter shouldn't add lies to some truth. It makes it look like he's also not being very truthful. But let's be very honest here. This also, Peter also mentioned a lot of things, family stuff, the wife. Internet has been going very crazy. People are apologizing to his wife because we always thought that the wife was the reason they splitted initially. But I do believe that some of the things Peter said are a lot more true. It is still one-sided story, but it feels true because this person, Jude, hasn't also come out to debunk these things, and he came out with receipt. It is so saddening that we see that brothers, family blood, which is supposed to be your first family, in fact, your first business, because as children, we play, we relate, we buy things for each other. Yeah. It is your first family, it is your first business, it's the first contact with other parties. Yeah. So I feel like that should be the safest place. And I feel like families, parents also have a huge responsibility to play in this kind of situation. Yeah. If you are bringing up your child, it is not okay for your child to take the other person's sweet, as little as that. Yeah. Curb it from when you were small. If I give you one sweet, I give your brother one sweet. Do not take from your brothers. Once you take from your brother, it is an offense. It is stealing. Call it what it is, so that children don't feel safe taking what doesn't belong to them, taking from their brothers, hurting their brothers in the name of it is my brother now. It's so unfair, and it's so sad to see that we've been robbed of this talent, of this duo that did great things in Nigeria, that entertained us. I mean, it's so sad.
I think from number one of things that we've seen what Peter said was that one thing I realized that if their mother was alive today, something of this might not be happen.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Wait, let me tell you. Okay. Because if their mother was alive, I think what Peter said initially was that their mother managed them. After then one of their elder brother too manage them as well, because he was the one even managing them before Jude. And according to Henry, it wasn't Henry. The latest video I really said it was the one managing them before, when they were now started making money. That was when Jude came on board to say, "Oh, I want to manage them," because he didn't even manage them when they were still struggling. Yeah. So it was when they are now having something that you now say, "Oh, I want to manage them." But if you are managing them, one thing that's important that you not take side. Because one thing Peter mentioned was that, Jude is doing something with Paul, which he didn't even, he was not aware. But until now discovered that, this is what we have been going on, we have been diverting this reality. And Paul is collecting some, they are collecting some. How come he didn't know anything? And he went to them to ask them, this is what I discovered. They said they knew nothing about it. What are you talking about? He went to Paul, nothing. And he now said, go and do your worst. Why would you say that in the first place? You don't have to say that. If something is hidden and the guy has to know, tell him this is what is going on, this is what is going on. Remember, even Jude did not even mention, did not talk about the allegation. So definitely, and Peter released all these things, he said most of these things with video, with evidence. Yes. Like even during his wedding that he said about that, even his own brother did not come there. He went to another studio that went to take pictures with others. Whereby those even that you shot the video, you shot the picture, they came to the wedding. So I think there are a lot of family crises.
Shegun, here's where I think...
That's why I said, if their mother was alive, probably they might be able to settle it. Okay. And their mother would have been able to do something about it. But now, Jude is taking side. Paul is also taking side with Jude. And his elder brother or his other siblings are not even saying anything, except the one that came out and say, Jude is is a very bad person, he's a terrible person, all sort of name. Yes. So I don't think and remember the case is in court now. And Peter also mentioned that, the main reason they are angry is that the EFCC, the property they build with the fraudulent money, according to him, that they have been seized by EFCC. I think that's why they are hungry. Yes.
Here's why I think that even though the mother was alive, things like this will still happen. It might be that the mother will call them to settle it. Yes. But it will still happen because the mother, from the story that Peter also narrated, she took one side at some point. Yeah. She called a meeting where Peter's elder brothers were present, and she asked that Peter called his girlfriend to come to the house. Now, she said the wife just put to bed, or the girlfriend at the time just put to bed. Now, she told Peter to tell her not to bring the child. When the girlfriend arrived at the house, the woman just said, pack your things and leave my son. We don't want you in this family. You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose you don't get to do that. You speak to your son. Even though everybody has painted this lady bad, it is still your son's girlfriend that just put to bed. That's what I'm saying.
You know, if something like this
happened, if the mother was alive, it would still happen.
At least they would have even talked to her. Yes.
The mother, right? Yes.
Yes, they have spoken with her now, and probably something would have been done. So she would have known how to, like, at least combine the two of them together, talk to them, and make sure they settle everything. But now, who is now to settle it? They don't have money. They don't have, so nobody.
I mean,
and the other brother, even Jude, is now making a very big mistake. You don't have to take side. This guy, even the way Peter has been saying, he has not been saying bad things before. Because the love is there. If you listen to what
he's taking sides, because he has been running things according to Peter.
But they are not been talking about. He said, "Oh, I love this guy. I love this guy." He's also always mentioning about Paul. But Jude, I think it's time for Jude to just leave them alone. They're adults. Let them do their thing.
Okay, it's time for Jude to leave them alone. The last video, or the last story on the spotlight, is that of a video circulating online that has sparked reactions after a Nigerian pastor was seen instructing church members to place money on the floor during a service. In the video, members are seen dropping cash around a man lying on the floor, as the pastor tells them that anything coming against their lives or families will backfire as long as their money remains connected to the church. The practice has generated debate online, with reactions focusing on the pastor's message and the relationship between financial giving and spiritual protection. The video continues to circulate on social media. Let's take a look.
As long as your money is connected here, whatever thing that has done against your life and your family, anybody that wants to frustrate your life, anybody that wants to frustrate your family, if I hear one day, that person will sleep and never wake up.
Shegun, like I always say, we have been religiously brainwashed. This is brainwashing.
Yeah.
That video that you see now, there are people dropping money. It is not because they just want to give money. It's because they genuinely think that what he's saying is true. As they are dropping money, their lives are safeguarded. They would not lack this and this and that. And then that reminds me of the recent video of Pastor, is it Adeboye? I don't want to make a mistake now. This RCCG pastor that came online to release a video and said he apologized for all the things that he has said about tithe and offering, saying that tithe is not even compulsory. If you don't pay tithe, it's fine. You know, and you still see that people still choose to live in brainwash. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that do not even believe in religion. There are still a lot of people that have been brainwashed, that they are now out of that brainwash. But the number of people that are still in that, and I want to call it cult of religion, it's not only even Christianity. I'm talking about religion generally, even Islam. The amount of people that are still brainwashed still needs desensitizing. We need to start, having a sensitization program for religious unbrainwashing. That's what I think. That's honestly what I think.
Do you know what the problem of many Nigerians or many people is that they don't even know God themselves? That's the truth. That because one thing I really realize is that if you know God yourself, you at least, if someone is even telling you something that you realize that, oh, this is not the right thing to do. So if you know God, you know the right thing to do, because it's not until you go to somewhere, go to pray before God answer your prayer. God is everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you can be on the road, you can be praying, you can be in your room and pray. God will answer. It's not even connected to, oh, I want to drop. I don't believe in that. Know God yourself. Read if it's that you believe in your Bible or your Quran, read it, take it and read it. You learn more about God. Read books. Read a lot of things about God. You understand more. Not someone asking you to do this and you. Well, let me say, literally, you just believe that. It's wrong. You have to know God. The problem of Nigerians is that you don't even know God. They believe, oh, until this pastor pray for me, before my prayer can answer. Yeah. It's not that. So you have to know God yourself, pray alone, pray yourself, and have faith. As long as you have faith, if you pray, your prayer will be answered. So don't do bad, don't do evil. Just with an open mind, praise to God, and God will answer you.
Yes, we've had a very beautiful show, and I love what Shagun has said. Know God for yourself. And on that note, we have come to the end of the show. Join the conversation by leaving your comment if you have different opinions or additions, and we'll make sure to spotlight your view on the next episode of the program. You can as well follow us on our social media platforms at African News 24 TV to stay informed and ahead. I'm Zainab Oyini.
And I'm Shagun.
Let's meet next week.